Hello and welcome to another episode of Wuzzy's Electronic Album Picks, where I provide information on electronic food for your ears and eyes. Today we're exploring a very cool retro sounding album. The album is Dots and Loops Expanded Edition by Stereolab. It was released on September 13th, 2019. The album has 24 tracks and a length of an hour and 44 minutes and 43 seconds. The style is krautrock, pop, and rock. These are my favorite tracks. Track 1, Brakhage. Track 3, The Flower Called Nowhere. Track 4, Diagonals.
Track 9, Ticker Tape of the Unconscious.
Now for the full flavor, put your earbuds or headphones on and enjoy the show.
Life's going away. So many things. Body that would vacate to its own life. Contented, happy faces will not ever hear a cry. Won't hear a cry. Contented, happy faces will not ever. Souviens-toi des vacances de la petite qui cherche ressemblance à la grande bourgeoisie. Par quelle différence peuvent-elles se distinguer? Leurs cultures sont trop roses.
Track 1, Brakhage, is named after American avant-garde filmmaker Stan Brakhage. I really like the synth experimentation that goes into a dreamy retro lounge. I also love the xylophone sound that comes into the mix with the constant bass and drum kit. Singing then takes the lead and continues to construct. I really like the backup singers that come in here and there. It sounds super retro. The track's very lounge and energetic. Again, I really enjoy the use of the xylophone. Track 3, The Flower Called Nowhere. This is such a cool psychedelic sounding track. It really has that 1960s sound to it. It grows and blooms with this nice energetic organ, bass, and drum kit with dreamy singing and backup singing. Its theme style and doesn't change much, though midway they have this sudden break with the voice. It gets a bit more dreamy with and la-la like singing rather than words for a bit. There's also a bit of piano here too, which makes it even more attractive sounding. Track 4, Diagonals, starts off with Andy's drums being processed through a body frequency shifter, one of the best intros I've heard as well from Stereolab. Then there's some nice organic sounding wood xylophone sounds that come in with trumpets, followed with a chiller sounding bass. Chilled out singing then enters the frame, and it's French singing, one of the fanciest languages out there, I think. This track's a bit more chilled out. The singing is in the same retro fashion as the other tracks, though not so exploring the wordless retro singing as before. Nonetheless, it sounds great, even though I don't know what they're singing about.
Track 9, Ticker Tape of the Unconscious.
This track nearly didn't make it onto the LP. I'm happy it did. This starts out a bit more synthy and experimental sounding, with a nice trumpet and some backup ones as well. There's also a lovely organ in the mix. This cool fast beat comes in with some filtered singing that shadows a trumpet, which sounds very cool. More of the wordless singing again, and it sounds amazing. The xylophone sneaks in here and there. The bass is really groovy sounding and constantly dancing with the track. Stereolab is an artist I discovered while I was thrifting one day, and I've been a fan ever since. Track 2, Miss Modular, and track 5, Prisoner of Mars, were some other tracks I enjoyed. Track 2 was chill and nice. It had a very good bass and some great retro style singing in there as well. Track 5 was a different sounding track, much more chilled out sounding and more relaxing. Track 7, Refractions in the Plastic Pulse, was the longest track on the album, at 17 minutes and 33 seconds. But it's not my favorite, even though it was the longest track. I think if it was more instrumental, I would have been more into it. Stereolab reminded me of an artist from the 1960s called The Free Design. They're very poppy, and they do a lot of that, of course, that retro singing, that's where it came from. They're very cool, but yeah, you should definitely check out The Free Design, and I'm pretty sure they're influenced by them. The original album came out in 1997. This is the new expanded edition, and it's split into two sides. One is the main album, and the other side is instrumentals of the tracks. There's also demos and extra beats too. So there's a lot of extras on the album, which is very nice, especially the instrumentals. Dots and Loops was very influenced by the world of experimental animation film and experimental cinema in general. This is a very retro sounding album. It's very energetic and fun and loaded with extras. My favorite track was track 4, Diagonals. I really like the beats and the flow and the French singing.
Now, if you see it on Wuzzy's picks, it's an album to be heard, so I hope you guys check out the full album.
If you're a fan of electronic music and enjoyed the episode, smash that subscribe button and thumbs up. Also, hit that bell so you'll be notified when I have my next video out. If you want to support my show, you can find our 3 latest releases in the description below. I'm planning on some new releases soon, so I'm pretty excited about that. If you want to hear more about our music and upcoming releases, check out my Instagram, Rhubarb Cabin Records. Thanks for watching and have an awesome day and night. Cheers.
Dismiss the fear of being you, that secretly is nourishing you. All the forces